Hi, I'm James Davenport. I'm a third year drama student at Northumbria Uni. I'm interested in both drama, theatre and film, having, a small background on all of those different genres. I'm currently, interested in applied theatre with a few projects on the go. I'm also, at the minute, performing a performance devised by myself and the rest of an ensemble, promoting safe sex and healthy relationships, and doing that through a local run council organisation. But I don't want to restrict myself to one area of work. I enjoy film. I enjoy the challenges it brings. So maybe in the future something might come out there. But at the minute, I'm in partnership with Danny Allen, who I've worked with before in the past. I think 3 projects at university, and my role on his latest piece was most probably maybe be some sort of creative arts producer, something like that, giving my input on different elements of filming and things like that. Lakewood interests me predominantly because there's a psychological aspect to it. There's a psychological aspect within the storyline, and with my applied drama sort of experience, working with specific audiences such as people, and not just specific audiences, but with specific participants and ensembles. For instance, members of people who are homeless, or youth offenders, or more relatable people who suffer from mental health issues. So having worked with some people who have suffered from mental health issues, I have an understanding of what it can be like. I've also suffered from anxiety in the past due to an accident I suffered from. So I think I have a relatively strong understanding of how the mind works in using this knowledge to sort of implement that into Lakewood. The script is something which is interesting. It has combined in it elements of different films, successful films as well. It's a combination of different storylines into stories as well. Running parallel with each other. You've got that aspect of horror, fear, alongside psychological thriller and psychological fear as well. And it'll be very interesting to see how that plays out, and to see how that can be transferred onto screen, because it's not always the case. Sometimes you can have a strong storyline, but sometimes it just doesn't transfer well onto screen. It might be better transferred into theatre or into a book, or something like that. So that element of involving different stories into stories, into relations and stuff like that, it's just something which is very interesting. Having studied drama for almost 3 years, I have a solid idea of performance. I don't just devise work; I also perform. So I can't sing or dance, but one thing I think do is act. So if the possibility arrives, I could have a role within the cast. I'm a pretty solid actor. But it's not just that. I feel like I have an artistic edge and buzz within me. You have to have a good imagination. You have to have a certain degree of artisticness, artistry within you to create work. So whereas Danny has a more, he has a film sort of producer director sort of thing you know, I have a more artistic sort of approach. And, you know, I think those two elements can be combined. You know, I think I can offer, you know, a high level of qualities, you know, which I think would be important and productive and positive. I would be a positive and productive addition to the team. Well, I've just been subtly handed the poster for Lakewood, which itself is looking very good. I mean, you can see that, can't you? There you go. I mean, you know, it's good that it's, I mean, look, Halloween 2014, so that's 2 years, you know, it's good to see that, you know, ideas are flowing conceptually and contextually. So when you look at that, you know, it gives an impression of what it's going to be about. You know, fear is just a memory, great crooks. What more do you want? You know, you've got the trees, the woods, the eyes, the tash, the chin. Don't think this is going to be popped in. But no, it is a good poster. Well, I hope so. I mean, you've seen the poster. I want to be involved. I've worked with him in the past. It's not that bad. No, I mean, it's something which interests me, and you know, if it's anything like the other two projects I've been involved with, it's no doubt going to be a roller coaster. But you know, as the past work show, you know, there's a high level of work put into in the end, and the outcome's always good. Yeah, but it's good though, isn't it? It is a much bigger project, and it is, you know, on a bigger stage, but you know, that ambition to create something big is, you know, again, is something which is inspiring, and is something which is appealing, and you know, why shouldn't you go for broke? Why should you always have to, you know, stay within the parameters of which you should, or you know, be restricted in what you can achieve? You know, this is big, you know, you should do it, or else, you know, live the dream before you end up working for someone who has lived the dream. That's what, you know, that's what I say, dare to be dared. 2 years, possibly. I think I am ready. No, I mean, you know, I'm still at my last year at university. I've got a lot of work on, but you know, it's stuff like this. You know, what every film or drama or performance student wants to do. You know, you can't expect these things to find you. You have to find them, and you know, you know, you have to just go for it. So you know, in 2 years, might be a better actor, might be a worse actor. You know, I might be bloody doing another course. I don't know, but you know, it's something which, you know, I've got pinned in my mind, along with other projects, and you know, it's an exciting prospect. It's an exciting prospect. Thank you very much.